Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 1313 podcast, the most mediocre podcast in the Star Wars universe. I'm Jacob.
And I'm Jackson.
Welcome back to all you regs, to all you shinies. Welcome to the podcast. This is the podcast. Before we begin, if you haven't already, hit that like, leave a comment, subscribe, join our Discord on all of our social medias linked down below. Make sure you go and join all of that. It's been a while.
It has been a while. And Jacob, just because we are the most mediocre podcast, I have to ask this in the middle of recording, but am I supposed to be on the middle of the screen, the right side, or the left side?
Just stay in the middle. I don't fucking care, dude. It's 12:30 at night. It's 12:30 at night, dude. You're like, oh, it's seven here in Hawaii or whatever fucking
It's
time it is.
6:26 right now.
Oh, go fuck yourself. It's almost 1 a.m. here. Anyway,
It has been a while,
fan up.
everybody. I'll apologize in advance for my voice. It's gone from celebration. I don't really know what happened. I'm still kind of recovering. I'm not sick. It's just like all this phlegm built up, and it causes me to cough here and there. So
So you're sick?
I'll try to keep it. I'm not sick though.
Yeah, I just got congestion and a cough, but I'm not sick though.
I'm
Such a
not
bum-ass
congested.
up.
It's just my
Whatever.
whatever. Lost our family friendly rating, but
I don't care about it anymore.
we're just being ourselves. We're having fun.
Yeah.
But
Anyway.
yeah, a lot has been up. Jacob, what have you been up to since we've last recorded an official podcast episode for, what was the show? Was it Ahsoka?
Skeleton Crew.
Oh, you're right. It was Skeleton Crew. My bad.
We did Skeleton Crew, and the last time you saw a podcast was just before Jackson left for Celebration, but that was kind of like an impromptu thing.
Yeah.
Since you guys last saw me, I graduate college next week. I currently work 3 jobs. One of them is I'm a head videographer out at a production company. So working with my degree and getting paid to do it with the camera. I actually work with the camera that I'm recording this with right now. So that's fun. Gonna spend Cinco de Mayo in Detroit and getting plastered. That's gonna be great.
Sargis flexing his Revenge of the Sith Cup he got at the movie today.
My Revenge of the Sith Cup. I have 3 of them now.
That's too many.
Well, there's one for me, one for Dad, and one for you. So
That's true. That's true.
pansy. But yeah. Other than that, I've been working on a film at school called 10-Year Fiance. It's a relationship financial drama. It's alright. Yeah, it's not my favorite script that I've worked on, but it's turned out pretty good. I'm starting a production company this summer with a buddy of
Nice.
mine. So we'll get that. You guys get the sneak peek announcement before it's truly official.
Oh.
We are about what it'll be called. If you can fill focus. It's
Alkaline Productions.
Alkaline Productions. So
Nice.
we'll be doing like commercials and weddings and short films of our own and all that fun stuff. So I teased it on the story of the podcast a couple days ago.
I
but
completely messed up, man.
Yeah, but nothing's been 100% said out loud until this. But so yeah, stay tuned for all that fun stuff. Yeah. So Jax, what have you been up to?
Been up to quite a bit. Still kind of working the same job that I'm at, but I'm supposed to get a promotion, so I'm very, very excited for that. I'm an assistant manager now, so I'll be the manager of a location, which is neat. After almost a year of being in the Army, I'm finally getting assigned a unit soon, so that's really, really cool. So very thankful for that too, just because I'm excited to start that. And if you've been looking at social media recently, you will see that I'm into Celebration, which I have daily vlogs. As of this video coming out, we still have a few more vlogs coming out for that. And I did record some action figure reviews too. So when I came back from Celebration, I got this Bakara and Commando droid, which I still haven't opened yet, but I need to. And then at
Jackson, you
Celebration,
sound like RFK Jr. You
I
sound
know,
like
it sounds really
RKG.
bad. I'm really sorry, everybody, for the audio.
In the mail.
I got this Captain Rex at Celebration, which was awesome. And I'll show off the Holy Grail, which is right behind the camera, because you deserve to see this. I have the Chosen One himself sign my lightsaber, which I was over the moon about. This is so, so perfect. I love how it came out. Hayden was really awesome to meet too. But if you want to see more of that, shameless plug to our Japan vlogs. And I also forgot to say too, if you're new to watching this channel because you saw me at Celebration, then welcome. Thank you so much for checking us out. We do appreciate it. And I'm trying to remember, I guess, only other thing I was going to mention on the topic of Revenge of the Sith's anniversary is that by the time this video comes out, I'll have done it. But I'm trooping at 2 of the Revenge of the Sith premieres in Hawaii as 5s. So I'm super stoked for that because I'm hoping people are going to come out that are my age or know who 5s is, because it's the target demographic. If you're going to be like, oh my gosh, the 501st, because I'm one of the only 501st clones on the island right now, besides one other guy who might make it. But yeah, that'll be fun. Super excited. And I mean, yeah, that's basically everything that's been going on with me. Not a whole lot is new, I'll say.
Cool. Speaking on Revenge of the Sith, it showed in my theaters today, so I went and saw it. Life-changing experience. I cried the entire time. Love that movie. Fantastic. The theater was pretty packed too, which was cool. There was a lot of people there. So
That's
if you haven't gotten your tickets yet, get your tickets. Go see it. I'm shilling for it just because I hope on the 30th anniversary they'll do it again. But
at this point, they're going to do it for every anniversary.
Probably. It's making decent money right now. They added more show times for it in Erie. It was only
wow.
2 a day for a week, and now it's extended past a week, and they're doing 10 shows a day now.
Dang.
So, yeah, it looks like it's selling pretty good. So, hope that they do more of it, just because I loved it. Oh my gosh, it was so cool. So now I've seen every single Star Wars movie in the theater except for Attack of the Clones.
Oh my gosh,
only one
yeah.
I'm missing.
Because I don't think I've seen a New Hope in theaters.
I've seen it once. Well, technically you did when we went and saw it with the Philharmonic and they played the score with it.
I don't count that.
Well, you should count that because the Warner Theater in downtown Erie used to be owned by Warner Brothers Studios, and that's what a classic movie theater was. So technically, you saw it in its most pure movie theater form with a live orchestra in a Warner Brothers movie palace. So
okay, I'll count it. Attack of the Clones I haven't seen in theaters, not like Jacob, but yeah, I've seen every single movie in theaters so far, and I'm excited we're gonna get more movies in theaters now too, just because from some more of the talk from Celebration, they're kind of slowing down on the amount of shows that they release in a year, and starting next year it'll be back-to-back movies now every year. So we're gonna get Mando and Grogu, Star Wars Starfighter, the Rey movie that they keep talking about that we have absolutely no information about, and then there's a few more projects that they're claiming.
Also, if you haven't already, make sure that you join the Discord. I have the leaked trailers for the Mando movie and Darth Maul Shadow Lord are sitting in our Discord. So
and
if you have not gotten a chance, and the Ahsoka one, I had that one in there before you did. But if you
I was filming at Celebration.
If you haven't seen them yet, make sure you links down below. Go join the Discord. Go check them out.
Yeah, actually, no, really quick on that too, just because I was talking to a couple of people at Celebration, and I was like, oh yeah, I have the Ahsoka thing that they showed, and they were like, oh my gosh, you did that, dude, you could get in trouble for that. What, you recorded? Oh my gosh, I can't believe you record. I was like, it actually isn't illegal to do that. They asked you not to, but if you post it online, they'll take it down. You're not going to get fined for it.
No, but they could kick you out of the convention for it.
They could, but I was the only person at Celebration who I saw wearing menas. Nobody knew what they were. Like, I would walk around
So
and
why didn't
record
you
them, and
wear
people
them
were
to?
oblivious.
Why didn't you wear them to meet Hayden then?
Hayden had a very, very strict no camera, no nothing policy. And you and I have done it in the past before when we met some of the celebrities. Like, they're people, they're not animals in a zoo that you're going like that to. So it was already a really stressful point. So we kind of give this some background as well. Hayden's signatures were really messed up at Celebration. The company overbooked it, like how every other company is right now, because they're like, oh my gosh, it's Anakin Skywalker. We can make so much money off of this. And to make a long story short, they had to cancel everybody's reservations for Sunday. And I had a Sunday reservation, but I got lucky because I got like a voucher that you were supposed to ahead of time. But if you didn't collect your voucher, you couldn't get the ticket. So Sunday when I went to go see him, it was already a very high stress situation. He was just pounding signatures like bam, 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 like going through people because his staff was like, you need to like do this like quick. Because even on Friday, he stayed like 2 hours after the call-in is what I was told to sign. But I didn't want to bother the staff last minute with like, hey, can I record? I do a podcast. Because again, I'm going to ask for consent because I think that's important for him. Because again, he isn't an animal in the zoo. And in the moment, I was like, you know what? Let me just experience this and just have fun and talk to Hayden. And it was nice. I talked to him about how I really appreciated his role as Anakin because me and Jacob have connected over that. Jacob being a more Anakin type person that we've discussed, and me maybe being a more Obi-Wan kind of a person.
I'm an evil asshole.
But yeah, how his movies like really like touched us deeply and like connected our brotherhood a lot more, and he really appreciated that. So that's
Jackson
all I
really
got to
did touch me deeply after we watched.
You better stop, bro. You better chill with that.
Jackson, he made graduation, but he needs to stop tweeting.
Stop, chill.
You saw the one I'm referring to, right?
Yes, I know what you're talking about. But
I'm probably cutting that out.
no, you're not. But yeah, so it was a really, really good experience to meet Hayden. But that's why I couldn't record it. That was one of the things I, again, just wasn't able to include on the vlog, but still super cool that I got to meet him.
Yeah. And I was stuck here in the United States watching it on the live stream all throughout the night. Doing the Lord's work. Jax is just walking around enjoying it at the con, posting absolutely nothing. Posting nothing at all.
I was so hyped. I was so hyped at the con.
I was the only one. I was holding down the fort, posting shit,
which I appreciate. But like,
keeping the lovely
you have to
people
understand, they had the
Discord
live
updated.
stage going. They had all these other things happening at once. Like, I wasn't looking at my phone for updates. I was trying to record every mackerel of information I could, and you'll see it because
every mackerel there was fish at the con. Holy mackerel!
There probably was. But my one day's vlog was like 58 minutes long because I was recording so much. But it was great. Yeah. It was amazing. If you can, go to Los Angeles in 2027. That's where the next one is.
I will be going in 2027, and I will be bringing out a printed copy of my resume and wearing my Edinburgh University hoodie, a.k.a. the same university that Dave Filoni went to, and be like, give me a job! So, but I will be doing that.
Let's just buy tickets in advance anyway, because you can always sell them later.
Oh yeah, 100%. See, what I want to do is my goal is I want to do Celebration, but I want to make it like a big vacation where instead of flying to LA, I drive and I go and I hit all the national parks along the way. I've never been out west, so I want to see the mountains, and I want to see Yellowstone, I want to see the Redwood Forest, and do all that. So I was like, maybe I'll do a cross-country road trip, and then like make it like a big thing. So
not if my dad want to go.
I can fly and meet me there. See, what the goal on top of that would be cross-country the entire country on a motorcycle. If I save up and get a touring bike. Because a dream of mine is I want to ride a motorcycle through the Redwood Forest, because that's where they filmed Andor. And the speeder bikes and scout troopers are the entire reason why I've been like I got into motorcycles, and that's why I've like wanted to get one for so long, was because of that. So it'd be a fun thing to do.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Until I wrap myself around a tree like our cousin Paul Walker. Fun fact, Jackson and I are related to Fast and Furious fame Paul Walker. Well, we were related to him.
It's a very, 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 very distant relation. Let me put that out there first. And we had no idea about this until a couple of years ago.
Until he died.
Yeah, not until he died. We had no idea. So.
But anyway. So, Andor?
Let's talk about, Jacob, if you had to describe Andor in one word, what would your word be?
Orgasmic.
Okay, not the word I was expecting, but I was going to say something like along the lines of like, great, phenomenal, but I guess orgasmic works.
Dude, I was shooting ropes every episode. It was so good. Bro, it was so good. Bro, it was so good.
You're doing
oh
too
my
much.
Gosh.
It was way too good, though. It was way too good.
It has
I'm
a
not
99.
disagreeing.
A 99 on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
And overwhelmingly, when I go into the comments, the only people hating on it are the people who clearly didn't watch it. Because they're like saying stuff and people are like, dude, did you even like watch Andor or try to enjoy it? And it's just
like,
overwhelmingly people enjoy it. And I love that we are finally united on a show.
People are like, no Glep Bingzoid cameos? I'm not watching this, so...
No lightsaber?
Oh my
No
gosh,
Darth
that's my
Vader?
least favorite. That's my least... Darth Vader's in the show. He's gotta be. He's gotta be.
No way.
There's a clip in one of the trailers of Dedra getting force choked. And she's like this, and that's all you see, like 2 seconds of it, and it cuts. So it's like, it's either the Emperor or it's Vader.
Oh, I thought
It's
that was
gotta
just
be.
her having a panic attack.
Maybe. But nah, she doesn't seem like that type of person.
Maybe.
She doesn't seem
yeah.
like a mentally ill queen. She
Bro, she's a strong boss queen. She is a strong queen, bro.
She a boss bitch for
She
real, for
is.
real.
I love that they've just evolved her character into something amazing. But yeah, I was gonna say we got 3 episodes this week. We got
About
1 year
2.5 hours. About 2.5 hours. We got an entire Andor movie this week, and we're getting an entire Andor movie next week.
It's just movie after movie. This is perfect.
It's so good. Yeah, so we're 1 year later after the events of season 1. We're seeing the entire theme of these 3 episodes is everything is spinning out of control.
Yes.
Which I loved how they showed that off in the final scene of the 3rd episode with Mon Motha absolutely plastered, spinning in circles, and the camera keeps moving, and she's just dancing out of control while everything is falling apart around her. Oh my gosh, it was so good. So
Poetic.
good.
And everybody in the comments really wanted to say the Mon Mothma scenes were useless, but I would very much say that like everything with Mon Mothma is showing how the inside aspect that they have going of the rebellion is getting closer to crumbling, because this guy who's backing them and supporting them is financially ruined. And I was like, well, it might be worth just telling the Empire like what you guys are doing. And that's why Luthen's like freaking out about this guy, because he's just going to give it all away, maybe.
We need a number. Get a number. As
Get a
fast as you
number.
can, get a number. I
Yeah.
want a number. 69.
From the
but-
episodes we got, we had 1 year later was the first, Sargona Teema was the second, and then we had Harvest was the third. And yes, I wrote physical notes on all of the episodes just because I wanted to have notes for the show, because I loved it too dang much.
I sat there and wanted to enjoy it.
I enjoyed it.
I basked in its glory without taking notes.
Well, I mostly wrote down like the planet names, so I could like remember stuff like that.
We can't remember
or-
Shendrilla. Can't remember Shendrilla.
Yeah, but what's the planet Cassian's on in the beginning of the show, Jacob?
I think it's Jomamathon.
Cinar. Dumbass.
Sea Nanners? Wow. No, but yeah, so we the whole thing starts off with this inside job of stealing a prototype TIE fighter that Cassian then gets goes to rendezvous with whoever his contact is, and his contact is either dead or just not there because a little
Probably
band of
dead.
rebels that this little band of rebels that have zero organization are all infighting, be like, "You're all prisoner now," and then they play rock paper scissors.
Dude, the rock, paper, scissors is crazy. I was like, what kind of a game of rock, paper, scissors is this?
They need to release like instructions on how to play it.
Oh, they absolutely will. I think because we're recording on Thursday. Friday is when the official Star Wars page actually starts posting about episodes and information. So I can imagine either tomorrow or next week, if they were going to, they're going to tell us how to play that game. And then we'll be playing it. Because you know we're nerds. And it'll be so funny.
Yeah. Did you see that they're releasing first episode of Andor on ABC this weekend?
I did see that. You had to promote it.
They're like, guys, everybody watch the show. Everybody watch it. It's critically acclaimed. It's super, super good. Look at all the ratings. That's kind of annoying. I hate that they're doing that in all the commercials. Be like, guys, the critics said it's good, so you gotta watch it, right?
Well,
It
yeah,
seems
they're
a little
appealing
desperate.
to they're appealing to authority on that just because their skeleton crew was good. It just didn't perform as well as they wanted it to do.
You guys want to see a real lightsaber?
Oh yeah, Jacob wants to show off his new lightsaber toy.
It's out of fuel.
I was gonna say, look at all that there.
Hey, bruh, I just need to pop a blue chew and then we're good to go.
Whoa. Kind of just a general note about the show that I wrote down as well was about Chandrilla, and you'll appreciate this too, but I was rewatching the Hunger Games recently, and like the fashion in that show is like so like crazy. Yeah, Jacob wants to show off this thing. But the fashion is like really cool and like intricate, and I feel like we don't get anything else like that except these like outfits we see on Chandrilla. I feel like they like
Well, you get a lot of it every time Padme walks through the door. She changes clothes. And her clothes are all really cool. But you wanna know what's funny? I also just rewatched the Hunger Games. You see that they're making a movie already for the Sunrise on the Reaping book that just came out, the one about Haymitch.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Alexa's all over it. They're announcing the cast all weekend for it. She's super excited.
That'll be a good one though. Hunger Games is a good franchise.
Gotta read the book.
Oh yeah.
Alexa cried all the way through it, so.
So I heard. Oh yeah. Something else that I wrote down too is that when the ISB or when Director Krennic, he's in the show, is talking all about the Gorman like uprising that he wants to start, and they're obsessed with calcite. I looked into that, and calcite is only listed in Legends in the Old Republic of video games as just like a really rare mineral that's like mixed in like building material.
Well, did you hear he was saying that they needed it to make lenses for their power generator, aka they needed to refine the beam for the Death Star. So it's cool how he's like, you're a tight inner circle, but he's still not telling them what the true meaning of the project is, because he was saying it was like, he said, quote, it's for unlimited power. The Emperor wants unlimited so
yeah,
they're saying it's for power generators, but really it's for the Death Star.
Yeah, well, when
I'm
he
still
was
holding
talking
on to
about
hope that we might see Thrawn in this show.
that would be awesome, but
It's so
I feel
possible.
like, yeah, for the spiders
telling
though,
me
I
that we're
definitely
seeing-
thought, oh, what?
I would say you're telling me that we're seeing prototype TIE fighters and the Death Star being built at the same time, and you're telling me Thrawn isn't going to be in this?
Maybe he won't if it's Krennic's just like project in general, because he fights politically with Thrawn, but maybe we won't see that lead over unless something happens. Well, no, because the Emperor never really directed funding to the TIE Defender that much. It got made, but Stardust was still the main project.
Well, if you read Thrawn Treason, you'll see that the entire book is about them fighting over who gets funding, and in the end, the Death Star gets it because
Well, yeah, I did read it.
Emperor was mad at Thrawn. But
Yeah. Or
So that's why I'm like, there's a possibility.
yeah.
Possibility.
I also thought it was crazy when they were talking about Gorman, how like the entire planet is already this gigantic imperial psyop. that they just didn't tell anyone about, how they're already well, because if they're already controlling this planet, who's to say they're controlling so many other planets already with just like their inner networks?
And internal espionage into Empire.
Yeah. Ooh, and Memberberry, at the end of like the wedding scenes when Luthen's walking around and they're talking to like the Imperial cadets, they said that they're all on Steer Guard right now, which is where Cassian stole that first thing for Luthen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was cool seeing naval dress uniforms with like the rank bars on the shoulders, like how Thrawn's uniform is. Because you just usually don't really see it unless it's like Yularen. Also, Yularen and Tarkin name drop.
Yes, Yularen and Tarkin, but then they're like, you can't even tell them. If they're asking you about this, you will not talk to them about what I am doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, just Imperial infighting still, but that was crazy. Okay.
I do love good old Imperial infighting.
Yeah. One of the bigger plot twists of the show, though, that I was not ready for was Cyril X Dedra.
How did you not see that coming?
It very much just seemed like she wasn't into him that much in the last season.
Well, it wasn't really a surprise because if you watched any of their panels at Celebration or heard them talk, they were talking about how their relationship follows up in this series and how in their scenes, because of how awkward it is, they would purposely try to like make each other break and make each other laugh by being more awkward. Which it's comedic genius to me. I think it's so, like, Dad was sitting there just kind of like, what is happening? I'm just pissing myself laughing. Like, I think it's so funny. Just because, no offense, Jackson, you're Cyril. You just 100% are. You're so Cyril. You're so
I'm
Cyril
not Cyril,
coded.
bro. I'm not gonna. I'm not Cyril coded. I gotta fight the Cyril accusations for another season of Andor.
Jackson, you opened this episode with you talking about how you got a promotion at Sunglass Hut. Cyril is introduced in the series by getting a promotion at this whatever firm he's at. I was like, I found they were funneling money in product. There's an opportunity here. That's you, Jackson. That's you.
There is not opportunity here, bro. Please, bro, chill. It's not the same thing. I'm not like that guy. Help.
He's like, I'm going corporate. Anyway, but no, I'm absolutely loving the date with the in-laws with his mom coming over and being a hag. And then when he gets frustrated, he goes and lays on the bed like this for some reason. She's like, tells his mom what's happening. She's like, puts her pants on and be like, you will see him just enough to still have a relationship with him, but not enough to cause him anxiety. And he's just in the other room like,
Dedra puts the pants on. She's the boss queen of that relationship.
Bro, she don't put the pants on. She puts the fucking strap on. Let me tell you what.
Wow!
She got multiple belt loops for that one.
Chill. All right, but no, that was such a funny interaction too that we got to see. But you can obviously tell Ciro's a little jealous of her lifestyle because she gets to work in the ISB and he doesn't.
Just a wee bit. Because he was playing cop. I wasn't playing cop.
Yeah, wasn't playing cop. I was doing something important, Mom. Gosh.
She's doing something important, Mom.
Gosh. No, but,
so, that's fun. Dude, this is skipping to the end of everything. But they left B2 Emo behind. They left him behind.
Did they?
They left B2 Emo with that lady that, the dude that died, R.I.P. the homie. I'm not even sad about him. I'm sad that they left B2 Emo behind. And it makes 100% more sense as to why K2SO just kind of funnels in that spot. Because Cass leaves his droid behind. And that sucks. Because B2 Emo is like bona fide one of my favorite droids. BD1, B2 Emo, battle droids. That's it. Those are my favorites.
I didn't realize that. Oh my gosh.
No, they left him behind. It makes me so sad.
I was just so... I mean, I liked Cassian's friend. I thought he was a cool dude, so I was genuinely upset that, like, he died.
I was also upset that he died, but I was more upset that they let B2E, unless somehow they snuck him onto that ship off screen and they didn't tell us. Because it seemed like while they were packing up, we were leaving him with his like girlfriend or whatever on that planet.
The Krennic people who tried turning them in.
They didn't actually try to turn him in. He just said that to make his friend not look guilty for trying to hide them.
Okay, okay. I needed that confirmation because that's what I thought, but I was like, no.
That's why he looks up and his friend is like, looks shocked, and he's like, It's the same thing as the gambling lines in season 1, where oh my gosh, why can't I remember her name? Senator Mon Mothma. It gets in a taxi with her husband, and the taxi driver's listening,
that's right.
and she makes up the reason for the money being gone, saying that he was gambling again.
Oh no! No, that makes a lot more sense.
It's one of those big brain script writing moments. One of the big brain script writing moments.
That new TIE fighter that he has is really cool, though.
Mm-hmm.
It has hyperspace capability.
Just like the TIE Defender. Speaking of big brain script moments, I'm thinking about getting this tattooed.
Oh, the Kyber crystal.
If you could see it. It's
Can't see the
Cass's
text.
Kyber crystal. That was the type. Well, it says, "What do I sacrifice?" on it. Because man, that monologue goes hard.
That's true.
Or I rewatched it today just because I was like, oh.
Kind of going backwards too. I forgot because I'd written down. But when Cassian escapes that planet, isn't that Yavin 4?
Yeah, that is Yavin.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the same temple. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's Yavin.
Yep. So it's like, is that like the founding rebel group that starts the base there, or are they just one that's there at the moment, or?
Clearly one that's there at the moment, I would imagine. But I think it was interesting too, how they were like, which rebels are you a part of? Because although Cassian is technically a part of a different group, because it's associated with Luthen, he can't say. But I'm going to assume that they're asking about Saw Gerrera, because nobody likes Saw Gerrera.
Nope. And, okay, so I do have this, because I don't want to be like cameos in Star Wars, because that's all Star Wars can do. But also, it was rumored that Cameron Monaghan was doing a live-action Star Wars project, and we do see at the beginning of Jedi Survivor that he's doing odd jobs for Saw Gerrera, and we know Saw Gerrera is in this show. So,
that isn't an impossible stretch to say that he could be with Saw.
It's not an impossible stretch. It's just if that rumor was true, this is the only feasible part of a timeline that he's going to show up in. So
when does Jedi Survivor happen?
In Star Wars.
Do you know what year?
No idea.
Okay, because I mean we're time jumping every 3 episodes. So we started at 4 BBY. Actually, no, wait. Then we're probably going down. It's literally probably going to be a year every time. So it's going to probably be 4, 3, 2, 1. Because that's before the Battle of Yavin.
Oh, 5 years after Fallen Order. Give me the year, please.
Yeah.
It happens in 9 BBY. So we're at 4 now?
Yeah, we're at 4.
So if they time jump 5 years, which is plausible, because if he's still running with Saw dies in Rogue One.
Yeah.
This is leading up to Rogue One. If the time jump next week is 9 BBY, or not even next week or the week after, it's possible.
Well, it won't go to 9. It counts backwards, like how the Old Testament.
I'm trying to confirm.
Okay. Because that's only because it goes back, because it's before the Battle of Yavin, kind of like the BC to 80 thing.
Yeah. Okay. So no, it can't happen unless the story of Cal is like for like almost a decade into the future. So
yeah. Okay. So yeah, probably no Cal Kestis.
Yeah.
Because he was so angry that Saw left him.
Disregard.
Disregard Jacob's theories.
Disregard.
Do you think Mon Mothma's friend, who her husband kind of thinks is her side piece, is going to get totally iced by Cinta?
100%. I'm surprised we didn't see her crash that ship at the end of the episode.
That was too funny when Val looked and was like, but that was also because she's just upset because Cinta's way too serious about
She's
the rebellion.
ghosting her.
Well, yeah,
She's
to the
like,
point where she's just ghosting her because she's like, I have a mission to do. Chill.
She's like, my hot mommy won't FaceTime me. Why? So, I do feel bad though. It's man, it must suck. But I mean, I get she's one character's completely dedicated to the cause, and the other character's completely dedicated to the other person. So they have different plans in mind. So.
Yeah, because Cinta could die for the cause, and that would be fine. But Val wouldn't want that.
Sometimes it be like that, though.
Sometimes it'd be like that sometimes.
If the cause was, saving the Oscar Mayer Wiener car, I would die for that cause. Who on the front lines?
Their wieners aren't even that great.
Yeah, if you know, you know. Smith hot dogs are the best.
Smith hot dogs are the greatest in the world. I need you guys to ship me some. The wieners up here suck.
I believe it. I won't eat a hot dog unless it's a Smith's hot dog.
Nope.
I can't.
You're eating hot dogs now.
For those, I mean, I've been gobbling glizzies for a while now.
Crazy. He never did that.
It's got to be okay. I have to be at a baseball game, or I have to be at a sporting event for me to go, I would not knob on some glizz right now. Because, the alternative is a burger. Because, the only time you're having a hot dog is at a cookout. And if you're having a cookout, there's burgers there. And a burger is just far superior to a hot dog anyway. Also, we used to debate that a hot dog is a sandwich thing. And I've come around to a hot dog is not a sandwich. Because a hot dog without a bun is still a hot dog. So, that was a nice paradigm shift I had in the past 6 months.
That's what Jacob's been up to since the last time we recorded.
Yeah, that's why I keep forgetting to make the posts on Instagram. I'm too busy sitting there like this, contemplating whether a hot dog is a sandwich.
Was it Mark that asked us that?
I think we asked Mark.
Yeah, we asked Mark. We asked Mark and we asked Vanessa. But Vanessa's answer is good, though.
Yeah. So was Mark's. Love you, Mark.
Yeah.
I want to talk to him again because I was so embarrassed that our episode was so laggy. So I'm going to reach out to him again. I reached out to Penguin Random House about doing a partnership, and they straight ghosted me. So I was like, damn.
Who?
Penguin Random House, the publisher of Lucasfilm books.
Okay.
His overhead company when it came to who we had to talk to before we could have him on the show.
Yeah. If you see the celebration vlog, you'll see that I saw Slaz and I saw Luke's lightsabers. And when I talked to the Hasbro staff, I pulled up the almighty V word, which is I know Vanessa Marshall. And they immediately, like a light switch went on behind their eyes. They're like, oh, you know Vanessa? What's your YouTube channel? And I was like, damn, here's my card. But, nice. Yeah, so we should definitely cook on having it another Have a Chat episode because we haven't done that in a while.
I mean, it doesn't help that half stars YouTube hates us now. I mean. I wonder why.
A small section.
Anyway.
A small section that collects.
Indiana Jones book? Anyway.
There were people just as indie at Celebration.
I know, because all of us were expecting at least the DLC for the Great Circle to get announced there, and it didn't happen.
Why would they announce it at Star Wars Celebration, Jacob?
Because they announced, some of the first trailers came out for Dial of Destiny was at Celebration.
Wild.
It's because it's Lucasfilm.
I guess, but still.
I was totally going to say words that come... Oh, what's that new game? Zero something?
Yeah, no, Star Wars Zero
Trash. It looks so trash.
I don't like turn-based games. I'm probably gonna skip that.
No, which makes me really sad because we were like, EA and Respawn is making a Star Wars game. Please let it be like Titanfall, and it's just not. It's turn-based.
Turn-based.
Sorry,
I love Respawn as a studio, so the game will probably be fine as is, but like, again, I just feel like overwhelming. Like the comments are like, why would you make this? Like, you know the game that we want. It's in all of your blog posts. It's in every online space. You know that we want a Battlefront 3. And
it just doesn't make sense to me.
At this point, they're just holding on to not doing it.
Well, it's because it launched poorly and it didn't make enough money on launch. So the EA, like historically, is a studio that only cares about money. Only cares about money. So I'm willing to bet that there's somebody at every single pitch meeting that says Battlefront 3, and they say no because the dollar sign thing. Yeah. So
yeah, but they don't want to listen to the reasons why. Or like, I ended up watching a video recently. Shout out to Destiny, one of the greatest games that we played when we were in middle school. And it was basically like the downfall of Destiny with the Bungie Corporation and how they really cared about the game, and then they really didn't care about the game because they cared only about money, and the upper executives only cared about their sports car collections. So that's partially why the game failed. But I feel like it's the same with EA. Like, you can literally have a 1 or 2 man developer studio develop one of the greatest games imaginable, Undertale. And yeah, it'll do laps around these AAA studios, which shouldn't be producing some of the greatest games ever, but they're not.
You want to know what AAA studio did just create one of the greatest games ever?
What studio?
With Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Man.
Oh my gosh, here we go again.
No, y'all gotta play it. If you haven't played it yet, I'm talking to you, Jackson. You have to play it.
I only have time to play Rivals with you here and there, and that's it.
Nah, dude, you gotta make time. You gotta make time. And speaking of games making time for, how did you enjoy Deltarune Chapter 2?
I got to play a little bit of it. I loved it. I love Deltarune so much. Toby Fox is an amazing developer.
I'm super excited for the next couple chapters. I gotta replay 3, 1, and 2 again for when it's like 3, 4, and 5. Yeah.
3, 4, and 5 are launching at the same time.
Yeah, in like November alongside Switch 2. So very excited. Very excited. If you guys don't know me, I love Undertale and Deltarune and all that fun stuff because I'm a real gamer. I was a Markiplier and Jacksepticeye kid in middle school, so that's where that comes from. But yeah. Anyways, do we have any more to talk about on Andor?
I was just double checking my notes really quick.
Ooh. Rape in Star Wars was not on my bingo card.
Yeah, that I understand why they put it, because there was some significant debate about this online, saying that you didn't need to show it, kind of a thing. But I guess they did it because Andor's a mature show, and it's not like other shows don't do that, you know. And like,
I'm glad they put it in there. It's just grounding like the plight of like the common people in this universe. It's just connecting it to real life atrocities and making the the Empire isn't the cool guys in the stormtrooper armor. They're terrible people.
I absolutely agree. I feel like this was, when it happened, it was like a really hard slap in the face of, these aren't the people in the white, exactly to Jacob's point. These aren't the people in the uniforms that you think are cool. These are evil people, and they're doing awful things, and you need to see that. So this isn't your regular Star Wars show kind of a beat. It's like what that was supposed to do.
And I'm here for it. I love mature Star Wars.
That had me shocked too, because I was like, I'm watching Star Wars?
I know. I was texting Alexa during it, and for episode 2, I was like, attempted like sexual harassment in Star Wars? It's kind of crazy. And then the 3rd episode, I was like, it's nuts.
So that was definitely a very insane part of it. But I mean, again, just showing the maturity that the show has as well, and what it's trying to discuss about these like bigger issues too.
But
Andor's peak. That's all I really got.
Peak. Yep.
It is
I'm
so
super excited
dang
for
good.
next week.
Yep.
I'm also
So excited
excited
for next week.
Star Wars novels, Star
Yes.
Wars
I'm
literature.
hopefully going to do a watch party next week, but we'll see.
There are two books coming out. Sorry, my fucking scatterbrain is all over the place.
No, you're good.
There is two books coming out this year that I am super excited for.
What are those books?
First we have Star Wars Master of Evil. It is a book about Darth Vader directly after the events of Episode 3. And then we have Bad Batch Sanctuary coming out in July.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. That Bad Batch book is that's a Star Wars book I'm going to read. And maybe we should do a podcast episode about it too.
Maybe we'll do like a little book club with it.
Oh, that would actually be fun. Talk about each chapter week by week.
That'll be a
Let's
nice
do
little
that.
thing for a content drought. But it's so it takes place in between seasons 2 and 3 where they're rebuilding
Yes.
Pabu, which kind of so I remember when the book got like soft announced and then it got leaked onto Target, and then my friend Abby, shout out Abby from the Disney College program, she found the listing for it and she was like, oh, it comes out in August, not in July. Damn.
Oh, August, but still. Something to do.
But she was like, here's the thing, and the thing talks about it's basically just them rebuilding Pabu. And Echo's not even in the book because he's off doing missions with Rex. And her and I were both hoping that it was going to be Clone Revolution. But apparently this isn't, we're not getting any Clone Revolution content, which still means that there's enough time for me to get to Lucasfilm, so maybe I can do it. There's also a, in October, they're doing a deluxe release of a Revenge of the Sith novelization.
Oh,
have you seen that at all?
I did. I know what the Revenge of the Sith novelization is. I got that when my dad was working at. Oh, okay. I did see that. But yeah, I got it in the trash because somebody threw it away, and it was the only thing in the trash can. So I took it, and I loved it. It was such a great book.
So that's all that. Anyway, yeah, session over. But yeah, let us know down below what you guys thought of the Andor season 2 opener. Did you like it? Did you hate it? And if you hated it, you're wrong. Sorry. But let us know what you guys all thought about it down below. Make sure that you join the Discord so we can all have a chat about it. And again, if you haven't seen those trailers yet, those leaked trailers from Celebration, check out the Discord. They're all sitting in there. I scoured the internet like a freaking gremlin for you guys. So make sure you go check those out. Tell your mom I said hi and have a great week, everybody. Bye.
Thanks, y'all. Hopefully I'll sound better next week.